Welcome everyone. I'm back.
She's back.
And better than ever.
I have to say, your work looks natural.
Spill all my tea about my plastic surgery. Today we're going to review the second episode of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Star Season 3.
So good.
Alright, so good. So much tea.
Guys.
So much tea.
Let's talk
Starting
about...
off with drama.
No,
Let's
another
get
drama.
They came into the workroom after last week's challenge.
Yes.
Some of them were a little salty about some things. What did you think?
Linda LaCreme was very sad because she had to send home Morgan McMichaels.
What
Morgan
did you guys think of that?
So you're saying you don't think it was legitimate?
No.
I think it was.
I think she was sad because she wants to be booked at Mickey's.
Okay, but that's the real tea right there.
You know, she has to realize that this is a game. You know, you knew what you were coming into, girl. You don't want to go back into hiding now, do you?
See, I think she's doing that, Miss Congeniality thing again. You know, she has a reputation of being sweet and bubbly overall on the surface, but like you said a few times,
she is really sweet.
I know, I do think I like Linda LaCreme. I really do, but you can't cry every time you kick off a girl. It's competition. Chop.
I just wanted to make it serious. Girl, you're playing the game.
Yeah.
You sent Morgan McMichaels home because you knew that Morgan McMichaels would have sent your ass home because he viewed you as competition, and you obviously don't want to go home.
Right.
Also, Milk got a little sour. The bitch was really upset that she felt like the judges are not giving her props because she's bringing glamour, and they felt like she couldn't, and now that she's bringing it, she's upset that she's not getting praised for it.
I think Milk is becoming full of herself in a lot of ways, girl. I think because a lot of people, and I'm guilty, I was one of them, blowing smoke up her ass, constantly saying she was a trendsetter in her season.
Right, she's a hot boy, she's
like,
fashionable, right. And
bitch, at the end of the day, you're still a man in a wig, bitch, so sit down. Like
he came into the season, a little cocky. We said that in episode 1, and he continues it, complaining in the workroom, and there's much more later on we'll get into.
His fineness, though, makes it hard
Girl,
for me.
No, he's not that cute enough to have that attitude.
I think he's really cute, and I think he has a big dick. I really do, girl. You know them tall, skinny ones, girl, they bitch.
Well, she...
Well, I will say that. Okay, so Milk. Milk. For me, yes, had an attitude. I did not like that. I did not think that was charming or endearing. But I mean, like, cute blame her. She's been a fashion icon.
Oh, they've all been something now.
She's thinking she's bringing the whole package.
Yeah.
It's a little skim for me.
Yeah. Well,
okay. I can't wait for Milk to get eliminated so we can stop these damn Milk jokes from Jim.
No.
Damn it.
What did you guys think of the revelation that we talked about this last week? Aja actually chose Chi-Chi to go home instead of Morgan. What do you guys think about that?
That's who I would have chosen.
Yeah. I mean, taking into account that Chi-Chi's performance look was not polished. Even though I remember she said something about, well, I just thought it was a talent show, not really like a fashion show. She looked good in your talent, like.
And then she had the audacity to be like, "Oh, don't ever sleep on Chi-Chi DeVane. She got something for that ass. Bitch, you have to win a challenge first."
I know. Well, we love Chi-Chi.
Girl, I was top 4. Don't forget it.
That's true. That's
But how many challenges did she win her season?
She won 1.
You're a big fan of Chi-Chi's. You weren't with us last week. Do you think she or Morgan should have gone home? Because those are like 2 of your favorites. Those are 2 of your girls.
I know.
So what do you
think? Those are my 2 front runners, I believe.
Right,
I said earlier.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I am an LA native. I love my LA queen, Morgan McMichaels. You know, she was one of the first drag queens I ever saw perform. And I'm very, 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 very sad that she has departed from the competition. Having said that, Chi-Chi also did horribly. So I feel like Chi-Chi should have gone home first. But
well, how would you vote? Would you vote for who was the best or who's the biggest competition?
I would just cry in the mirror and say I didn't want to send anybody home.
Oh, okay, Vendela.
I think I would have sent home Morgan. Yeah.
Really? Okay. Because she's stricter competition.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, at least Chi-Chi wasn't delusional. She knew she, didn't perform well.
Right.
But, she also had some stuff to say. She felt like Milk didn't do well at,
Yeah. Well, I personally thought it should have been Chi-Chi and Milk in the bottom last week.
I agree.
Yeah. You know what though? This ties into going into this episode. Like, I got a lot of shit to say about Milk.
Oh well. I think we all have a lot to say about Milk.
Velcro isn't talent.
Right. Velcro
is a talent.
I love.
I know Trixie keeps killing it. Her confessionals are just hilarious.
Only her confessionals.
Oh,
she's not good. She's not good in the group. She's not.
She doesn't stand out as much in the group.
Right.
But
Wait, what do you mean? Like in the like
when they're just hanging out and the big personalities.
Right.
I think she takes. She doesn't have to be the loudest Bob in the room. So.
But there's a lot of people, loudest Bobs in the room.
Who do you think's the loudest person in the workroom?
Shangela.
Shangela. Shangela. Well, she was a little bit, but okay. Well, let's get into the challenge. Divas Live. They were all going to be a famous diva and pay their respects to RuPaul by singing one of her songs, performing it on the stage.
I think that like the challenge itself, that's a genius idea for the competition.
Okay.
I was here for it for the most part.
Yeah.
I just think some queens did not perform up to par.
When the girls were all assigned their diva, some of them liked it better than the others. The person who was most upset about the queen that they got was Thorgy Thor, who got Stevie Nicks. What did you guys think of her initial kind of ranting and raving about being Stevie? Do you
When
think?
I heard it, I thought it was a perfect opportunity for her to slay it.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Though I do feel like Thorgy's, the one she got, was a little difficult.
Just real quick.
Stevie Nicks is.
But
just say you don't know who Stevie
That's
Nicks
sad.
is.
You'll know if you
You
know
have to listen to
songs.
17
You would
candles.
know. You would know.
Or 16 candles.
I can't believe you don't know Stevie
We gotta
Nicks.
play,
We'll have to
we'll play a
we'll have
song
to
after
go.
the show.
Yes,
We're gonna play
okay.
one song after the show.
So what did you
Is it the
guys?
one, Never gonna give you.
No, not even close.
Listen, man.
Not even remotely close.
Wait, Stevie Nicks is a woman?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, yeah.
Go back to the milk jokes.
Well, what about Ben de la Creme as Julie Andrews? When I first heard that one, I was like, that's pretty good. They like to give her the old British ladies,
But
you
here's the
know?
thing, now, I don't know who. I've seen The Sound of Music once, but I didn't know who she was. Was she also Mary Poppins?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my god. What gays am I on
God.
this show? They don't know Stevie Nicks. They don't know Julie Andrews.
No.
Well,
I thought she was Cinderella before the
Yeah.
glass
And also, I like to point out, I was born in the 90s.
Oh, well, okay. Well.
Oh my god.
Shangela as Miss Mariah Carey.
Bitch.
What did you guys think of that pairing? I thought it was a pretty good, pretty.
She was in character from beginning to end.
Which I was
bitch.
living
like
for.
It was perfect.
Came
It was
in the
perfect.
room. She came into the rehearsals. Diva late. The sunglasses.
Yeah.
You know, in character, it rubbed a few of the queens the wrong, but I thought it was great. You know,
Catch the shade when Milk was like, "Hush, Valentina."
Valentina always has to be mentioned.
Bitch, a few of them were complaining about BB getting Diana Ross because they say
That's what
she is Diana Ross. Like, oh, you know, she is the drag version of Diana Ross
Well, she's
already.
far from Diana.
Yeah.
But see, but I don't think that that's fair to say about any of them because I honestly think that they were purposely paired with those divas because they resemble them to a certain extent. And if we're gonna sit here and say that fucking Thorgy Thor and Stevie Nicks don't look alike, you're full of shit. They look alike.
Well, I don't think they look alike
There's
physically,
something.
but the
You've been
aesthetic.
right. I'm
Not
just gonna
all
say,
white
bitch.
people look alike.
I know.
Yes, they do. No, all scary white people do look alike, and they are two of them, bitch. Stevie Nicks and fucking Thorgy
Stevie
Thor.
Nicks was beautiful,
I'm bleeding.
gorgeous.
Back in the- back
She
in
was
the
like
70s.
she was pretty
Yeah,
and
she is
weird
gorgeous
looking.
back.
She was pretty and weird looking.
She was-
Thorgy Thor's weird looking.
Well, okay, all right. Well,
Hashtag we love weird people.
we not all of them.
I didn't mean it as shade. It was true. I can't think of another queen though that Thorgy Thor or another diva that Thorgy Thor could have done other than Stevie Nicks. I thought maybe Linda Perry, bitch, but she only had like one hit.
Yeah.
Thorgy was
Alanis
just being
Morissette?
a sore sport.
Alanis Morissette. Ooh.
Oh my god, that just came to mind. Yes, that would have been great.
That would have been a good one.
Todrick Hall was backed and choreographed them and everything. What did you guys think of that? Because I feel like there's a lot of drama in the Todrick Hall dance rehearsal.
Do you guys feel like Todrick, whenever they bring him on Drag Race, that he kind of does like
The most.
He does the most, and kind of like it's like he tries to antagonize
Yes.
the queens a
And
little
make
bit.
what-
That moment between him and Kennedy, like Kennedy was like, "No, I'm gonna get it. I'm just telling you, I'm having a hard time getting it right now."
Yeah.
And I understood where she was coming
Right.
from.
Right.
But,
But he
I
was-
feel like
yeah.
he was like trying to put more pressure on her to like.
You can't help that he's a coach. You can't. That's what teachers do. You know what I mean? You go to a class and like, all right, you got to get this.
Right.
Just because they're queens, you know, at the end of this is a competition. They're bringing an expert in, you know, because he is a performer. This is what he does. He's a choreographer. And yeah, he might have been a little harsh, but I guess coming from playing sports and being in different other classes, it's like, that comes with it. Well,
Right.
that's how I feel.
So when they're doing the choreography, Thorgy was bitching the whole time, kind of complaining, feeling she was already upset. She didn't feel like her queen was good, and now she's kind of complaining that she's not getting enough to do. So she volunteers herself to do more.
Right.
Which I like, which I think that's what a queen should do.
Yeah, I appreciate that for
Volunteer
sure. Yeah,
You know?
you want as much attention. You
Yeah.
want to be able to work hard.
Know
you know?
your part though, first girl.
I will say that.
I would say like prioritize Miss
Ooh.
Thorgy. Like you.
You're
were
really
Stuart.
feeling like Thorgy didn't bring this episode. Huh?
Not at all.
didn't. I
Here's what I will say. I don't think that she should have gone home,
Oh.
but
Who do you think should have gone home?
Milk 100%. I think Milk sucks royal ass on this season, girl.
Okay.
Really?
I'm gonna be honest.
Does a little bit have to do with like his cocky attitude coming in?
No, not just that. I felt like in his Celine, he did not look like Celine
He didn't.
Dion
Celine does not
Okay.
wear black hair.
at all.
Well, let's get into the performances.
Exactly.
Let's get into their performances. So, Milk, you did not think was a great Celine. Does everyone agree with that?
Yes, I would say Celine. Celine has never worn dark hair, black hair to be.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah, I know what that was.
She never wears it like in that. I don't know what that was.
It should have just been a simple gown, long blonde hair.
Something.
Now, I will say that her performance with the character and all that was cool. The peanut butter around the neck, I mean, we get it. The song is called Peanut Butter, but that was just too literal.
And that takes away from the Celine part of it.
Yeah. No, but you know what? I love Milk's commitment to a character.
Even if it's bad.
Even if it was bad.
Well, like Trixie said, her Celine look wasn't Celine.
It wasn't Celine.
It didn't even give me that vibe of Celine. I was just like, you know what, girl?
It gave me
you tried, and I hate that you think you're selling it because no one's buying any of it.
Right.
The thing is, with almost all of these divas, so many of them have like iconic moves and iconic looks and motions, and even things people have done to make fun of them over years. Like Celine is easy with the, and there's so many, and she didn't really bring any of that. Celine's dramatic and she's, kind of regal.
What was the shoe about?
The shoe?
Remember she took the shoe off?
I have no idea.
She took her shoe off and put it to her ear.
That was desperation.
Yeah, that was. Well,
she's like, I haven't got
it.
a laugh. Let me pull something out of my ass.
Yeah.
What about Aja, your girl, as Miss Amy Winehouse?
She could have done Amy Winehouse, and she could have also done Gaga too, because there was that moment where she made a face, and I was like, you could do
Little
Gaga too. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, no, Amy was perfect too.
Yeah, I thought she did also.
Yeah. She did great.
Yeah,
killed it.
She killed it. Good enough to get her.
It's a pretty good one. Keep her safe for sure. Shangela as Mariah. That was my favorite of the night. I loved it.
I'm still playing that this week.
I loved it.
Yeah, I'd be walking through my apartment, just walking. Oh, I'm over here now. Okay. Like the whole setup was really good. I was loving it.
I loved it. I did. I think it was perfect for her. She was hilarious.
But I do want to say that dress is nothing Mariah Carey will wear.
No,
the dress. Just the dress.
It was pretty good.
Really? Remember, it was like some droopy stuff. Mariah Carey would never wear like a droopy dress.
Okay, maybe I'll have to look again. I thought it was pretty good.
Again,
but I think with the flower or the butterflies.
I think she did a good job at distracting us from the dress. Because the flowers, you just look at the flowers in the face. Right. But the dress was not good.
Okay.
You're crafty,
girl.
You're sneaky.
Shangela's got coin, girl, but she ain't got that coin.
Not Mariah money.
The speaking voice, and this has nothing to do with Shangela. The speaking voice didn't really sound like Mariah Carey to me.
Well,
until she started singing, then I was like, okay, that's Mariah.
Well, look, that's a good point that you bring up. That's a really good point that you bring up, because this is somewhere where, like, I'm not a huge fan of Thorgy and I don't like queens who bitch and make excuses. However, I will say this about these performances that they got. Some of them are much better characters to bring alive to get a reaction out of. She has a point with that. Like Mariah, that was hilarious. She didn't sing at all. She walked back and forth across the stage and that's funny. With Thorgy's character, she didn't have quite as much of an opportunity to do that. I thought she did a great Stevie Nicks spinning around, and I thought she did good. She did good for what she had, and depending on the character they get, it did kind of change the performance. The queens that talked a little bit more or sang a little more like the queens made it more believable too.
Yeah, I would say I agree with that.
Okay.
But I feel like maybe they gave it to her because Thorgy is a big personality, and he thought maybe she can bring a little bit of that energy to it, the character.
Right. See, that's why I feel like it's not a bit good. And I understand where she's coming from. I get it. I feel like some queens have, some of the divas that the queens were impersonating have a little bit more to work with.
Right.
Like as far as their like Mariah's shenanigans. Like I get it. But I think that they gave Thorgy that character for a reason, because I think they believe that Thorgy would have been able to pull that off. I think the only person that fucked that up for Thorgy was Thorgy.
No, it wasn't Thorgy. It was Bob.
Cannot forget to Trixie Mattel as Dolly Parton, you guys.
That was pretty perfect for her.
Oh,
I mean,
perfect.
I mean, her aesthetic is like Dolly Parton meets Barbie anyway.
Yeah.
So I think it was perfect for her.
Girl serving tits and hair. That's Dolly.
That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
Trixie can dance. I was very surprised at that.
Trixie was getting her live for the Julie Andrews number.
Yeah, she was like.
She stood out in other people's.
We kept rewinding it over and over because I just thought her face was so funny because she was living.
Animated.
She was having such a good time, you could tell.
Chi-Chi's Patti LaBelle. It's another one I thought was a pretty good.
That was one
pretty
of the
good
top ones
pairing.
for me. Slayed it.
Chi-Chi as Patty was very nice.
Very nice.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
It was. It seemed just
Is
very
that
nice.
coming from like because you know her and you don't want to go too in? Because nice seems subtle.
I
for
would
me.
say, you know, the reason
What
I
is
say very
nice?
nice, it just seemed very. It did the job. That would do, pig. It was
Same.
like that. Like
Right.
it was
Okay.
like that would do.
When they brought out those pies, I was done.
I was
Oh
hungry.
yeah.
Oh, bitch.
No, I thought she did well, but that was gonna be easy for her. And like you said, they were all kind of catered to these queens.
Yeah.
So it was just about bringing the performance, and Chi-Chi did.
Well, despite you didn't know Julie Andrews, she did a great job. I thought Ben did a great job.
God.
You right. I thought she did great. It was funny, but again, that was a role that I feel like
I thought she killed
it was
favorite.
an old British woman's voice doing drag rap.
Oh,
So
yeah.
of course it
It's
sets
hilarious.
it up to be more funny.
Right.
And she killed it, and
Yeah.
you know she did good. It was perfect for Ben, but I still feel like some of the challenges were a little easier for certain queens to.
And that's like a well-known song. And
Yeah.
it's like, you know, it's really
Yeah.
popping right now.
But she was hilarious. She was
She did
hilarious.
well.
I did find it funny that they gave particularly that song to Ben de la Creme.
Yeah.
Right, it was-
When the three of them turned around and were doing that, bitch, I swear I screamed with it. It was so good. It was perfect, bitch. She killed it.
She was my fave.
I liked her. I think she should have came out as Mary Poppins. Like, why did she choose that one?
Sound of Music.
Yeah,
That's still
yeah.
one of
What was
her.
it? Take it
She
back.
has two icon. Well, she has more than that, but she has those two main iconic roles from the past. So
I don't know who this woman is, but I'm gonna check her out.
Oh my god, how do you not do it? Julie Andrews is like a
She played the
queen.
grandma in the Princess Diaries.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, the woman who played yes.
Yes.
This younger
That is her.
generation.
Yes.
Gosh.
Oh. That is her. Okay, great.
God.
I love her then. She did a great job. I love her.
Now that you know she's in Princess Diaries,
Love her.
now you love her.
Love her. Oh, I
Got
love
it.
that movie. I'm watching it again.
Oh my god. We mentioned Kennedy earlier doing Janet, and
Yes.
for me it was a little bit of a disappointment because we
Yeah.
mentioned last week how great it would be to see her do Janet, and I feel like Janet is one of the most recognizable when it comes to the dance moves, the look, the sharp moves.
Yes.
That, you know, that's so Janet, and I just feel like
That's what I felt like. She wasn't hitting the
mark
choreography
at all.
hard the way that Janet would hit the
I agree.
choreography.
Yeah, like Rhythm Nation. Like I bet.
it just didn't.
It looked
feel
like
Janet.
it looked like she was counting it. You know,
Yeah.
like she was in rehearsal.
I-
And she didn't know the words.
And she didn't
That
know the
part.
words.
I
I
just
know.
felt like Kennedy didn't give it her best shot.
Yeah,
You know what
I
I
agree.
mean?
Well, what did you guys think of Queen BB as Queen Diana Ross?
She slayed it.
Yeah.
She slayed it, and I was actually really scared for her because, like, you could tell Todrick was like really putting pressure on her to try to get a reaction. He's like, you do know that Diana is
Rue's
RuPaul's
favorite.
like #1.
That
Yeah.
is a lot of pressure.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And-
But she did a good job.
But she was also pretty perfectly picked, I feel, for
It's very
Yeah,
much her accent.
definitely.
Yeah, so
I agree.
She had the outfit for it.
right. She had the
She had-
outfit
she
and the
had
wigs already. You know,
But that, I feel like she had to be able to embody Diana with like the mannerisms and the bouncing
Totally.
of the wig and like the doing this and all, like you have to. There's an
right,
essence.
right.
Of that.
Well, she at least
Yeah.
captured some of the stuff that say like
Yeah.
she like Kennedy was lacking with Janet, or she was lacking with Celine. Some of the moves and the you know,
Right.
and she embodied that.
All right, y'all. So whose performance did y'all like the least?
I'm gonna have to say Milk.
Milk, yeah.
Okay.
Milk was my least favorite, and then
Yeah.
Kennedy. Those are my two least favorite of the performances, of the just the diva performance.
I'm gonna say Thorgy's.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll say that because I like Stevie Nicks, and I feel like she could have done a little bit more with that.
Who did the best for you guys?
Shangela for me.
It's like 4. There's like 3 or 4 of them. I would definitely say Ben de la Creme slayed it.
She did, yeah. Ben de la-
Shangela slayed it, of course. And I have to also say that I like Trixie Mattel's Dolly. It was so good. I'll always love you, Rue.
I thought it was cute.
I would have to say Vanilla Creme.
That was your favorite one?
Yeah, she was so good, and I love the song, so maybe I'm a little biased in that sense.
Right.
I play it every morning when I get ready for work.
The runway challenge was redemption.
Yeah.
You know, whatever their worst look was, whatever the look is that they got eliminated on or got critiqued the worst, they got to kind of revamp it and do a more, a new take on it. What do you guys think of that challenge? I think that's a great
love it.
idea. I love the
I think
idea.
they should do it
Yeah.
like every All-Star.
Every All-Stars,
You know,
they
it
should.
should be like a trending thing.
I think so too.
I loved it. My favorite. What was your guys' favorite? Let's talk about our favorite.
I would have to say Aja's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only because her season was so recent,
Yeah.
and you know,
And that
it
shit was
a
busted as fuck.
disaster. Yeah, you know,
Bitch, her
like,
makeup was so busted.
girl,
in
that
the
meme was
original
everywhere.
one.
So it was like cool to see it revamped and like bitch, polish.
There you are.
Right.
Yeah.
Kennedy's as well too, even though she
yeah,
had
I
the
love the
bottom.
concept
I
of
liked
that.
Kennedy's.
Yeah, I like Kennedy's too. She elevated the look.
It was a good reveal.
Yes,
I
totally.
mean, you can't go wrong with that.
What was
Right.
the theme of it? Is after a long night of hooking.
Long night of hooking.
Client.
Trade didn't like the session.
Yeah, Trey
So
did.
she burned her.
But she didn't die.
She didn't die. She crystallized.
There you
Fire.
crystallized.
She crystallized.
I think that's called meth.
No. You know what? She
She-
feels like crystal. I really did love Milk's look.
You did. You like Milk's redemption look.
And I'll tell you why. Let me just explain.
Okay.
Yes, it was kind of like scary, pretty, but I felt like he really did try. Do I think he should have been like top 2 or whatever?
Yeah.
Hell no. But I think he looked nice.
What'd
I'm
you
gonna
think
throw
of
Milk a little
I also
milk
thought
bone.
he was like doing a bearded queen because I'm like, I saw a little 5 o'clock shadow.
Oh.
I was like, wait, is that a
on
beard?
purpose.
I don't think it was. And for me, she would have been dock points for that.
I like the queens who stuck closer to their look and just polished it instead of doing something completely
Right.
off. You know, her looks didn't look anything alike. They weren't even similar. Her original
Right.
one and the new one, she just
Right.
did high glamour, which is fine. She did look okay. It wasn't my favorite, but
I gotta stick with Aja on that.
that's what, yeah, Aja was definitely my favorite look. She remade that one. She said it was the ugliest she felt on stage, and it is, you know, one of the biggest moments where everyone knew who Aja was, and the makeup wasn't great, and the look wasn't great, but she had that iconic moment with
Every time
Valentina.
you go on, that
Yeah,
was the
so
moment.
and everyone remembers that look of hers, and it, in comparison, does look a little sloppy. The original one, I think her new
The
look.
wig glued down, the makeup
Totally.
is fucking blended.
The color, it was a
dress
super
was-
polished version of that look.
Very beautiful dress for
Yeah.
Aja. I would say very beautiful. I loved it.
What do you guys think of Chi-Chi's redemption, the neon look?
Yeah.
It still looked cheap to me, girl.
still looked a
You know
little
what?
cheap.
It did. Okay, I'm
It
sorry.
did look a little bit.
No,
You
because
know it
what?
did, bitch.
That wig was straight at the fucking back.
Okay, but like,
that wig was right out of Party City, baby.
I know.
And I
Right.
said to myself, I said, well, okay.
Okay.
You know? I mean, she looked like a
It's a
hookup
look.
from those black exploitation films.
girl, she did. It looked better than her original neon look. It was better. It was a little bit.
But is it All Star better?
No, it's her season.
She was giving me like EDM challenge.
Oh
Like,
my god, I want to take like a Molly with her.
yeah,
Right.
like, I was just like, girl, she just fell short. She fell short.
Yeah.
She did.
What about Trixie's ugly dress redemption? What
It
did
was
you like?
ugly.
It was ugly?
It was ugly, but ugly, good ugly
Good.
for Trixie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it wasn't my favorite.
Right.
It wasn't my favorite.
But it was
I like
appropriate.
everyone that saw the dress was like, oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is
Which
the
what-
point.
Which is the point.
Vanessa
Right.
Williams was not living for that dress.
No,
So her face-
no. But I remember when they first did it, that challenge, I thought at the time, like, well, you can't have the ugliest dress and then judge whose is the ugliest or the best of the. It was a kind of weird challenge.
Right.
But it looked fine. Thorgy also did a neon look. What did you guys think of neon
I didn't
Thorgy?
hate it.
I hate it.
I hated it.
I like the head thingy. It looked like I don't know, some type of a helmet.
Maybe like she was like the gay predator. Like,
No, but the alien, like that's what it looked weird.
like, I was just very underwhelmed.
Underwhelmed. I didn't like just the aesthetic of how it fit on her head and the.
I
it
thought
didn't
she
like
should have done the black and white look when she went home on.
Well, did they get it picked though, or did they
I don't
they
know.
assign them?
No,
Well, I
I
think
don't think
what-
she was red for filth for that look though, was she?
Right,
I don't
White
think that's
Day.
what sent her home. I think it was like the challenge or something. I don't think it was necessarily her runway look that
Right.
sent her
And then
home.
Chi-Chi was just so good in that challenge.
Yeah.
Right.
My other favorite redemption look, other than Aja, was Ben de la Creme. I thought she looked gorgeous.
It did look good. That did look good.
The dripping and the jewels, I thought she looked expensive. I thought she looked, and when she went home on that challenge on her season, I actually didn't mind that look either. Like, I liked her first one. I didn't think it was that bad that week. That's the week I thought she shouldn't have gone home anyway.
Yeah.
But I thought that the dripping and the pink jewels, I thought it was beautiful and looked
Yeah.
great.
Ben had all great looks. Yeah, I mean, it was probably very hard for her to pick because she had such great looks throughout her
Right.
whole season.
You know, she gives you body, Ben de la Creme, bitch. She gives
She
you
does.
body.
She's got that
Well,
cinched.
yeah, she's a burlesque queen. She started
Yeah.
as a burlesque queen, so she knows about the money.
It's kind of cool that she can incorporate the whole sexy burlesque thing with the comedy thing at the
Right.
same time.
Mhm.
Like,
I love it.
I applaud her
Sexy
for
is
that.
funny sometimes.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of BB's redemption look? What was it? Executive
It was
realness.
her
the picture that it
her
showed.
entrance look.
Her entrance look.
Now I've seen season 1 and her entrance look was very pedestrian. I was like, who is
Now,
this?
whose wasn't? They were all pretty horrible.
Yeah, BB.
BB's
Oh,
executive. I thought it was kind of basic. I thought it looked a little cheap pleather. It was okay, but it was a
Like,
little.
She was giving me like Blade Night Runner. Like, I just was.
Yeah,
I
kinda.
It was just confusing for
I
me.
liked it.
It was alright. Not my favorite.
You liked it.
Not my favorite. Last but not least, Shangela with her redemption look of the Christmas challenge, which is like kind of an iconic challenge. Everybody remembers her bad Christmas look with them.
Of course.
You know,
Was
what'd you
that
guys
Christmas? Was that Christmas?
think?
It was nice.
Which one? Shangela.
Yeah, when she came in the bowl.
When she came in the ball and she had the little red.
Oh. You know what? That was kind of underwhelming for me.
Was it?
I didn't
Okay.
pay attention. Yeah.
But it wasn't Christmas to me. That didn't.
Just because of the red balls?
Yeah.
I definitely don't think it was as Christmassy as the original challenge was.
It was weird.
Because the other challenge was Christmas. All those girls had Christmas.
Now, it was herpes. Yes.
Right.
But it was not Christmas.
Right.
I mean, I thought it was cool. I'm like, okay, you know, you're coming down in a bubble, but outside of that, you're right. I didn't get Christmas.
I liked it. I think she looked great. Her makeup was great. The fierceness. I loved the spikes or whatever, the headpiece. But it did look kind of jumpsuit with the balls. But yeah, I thought it was good though. I did think it was good overall, but not as Christmas as it could be.
Right. Safe.
Yeah, safe. Definitely. The top looks of the week turned out to be, the top 3 looks were Shangela, Bendela, and BB. Do you agree with those being the top 3?
I agree.
For sure.
Those are who you thought was the top 3? Okay.
I mean, Shangela and
Bendela.
definitely.
Yeah. I don't think it should have. I think Aja should have taken
Yeah, I agree.
BB's place. I don't think BB deserved it. I think Aja.
I can see Aja taking her place.
Yeah.
For sure.
The top 2 were Bendela and Shangela. And do you agree with those two overall?
I agree.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree.
I agree.
Mainly based off of their performances,
Yes,
and
and
then their looks were so strong. Overall, the whole package, those two. And then, unfortunately, the bottom 3 looks this week were
Chi Chi DeVayne, Thorgy Thor, and
Kennedy Davenport.
How
Do you agree with those?
No.
No?
I would have taken out Kennedy from there and I would have put Milk right in.
Okay.
Kennedy didn't get that lip sync from me. She had to be in there.
I would have put Milk in instead of Chi Chi actually this week. I would have.
Oh, you know what?
Because I think Chi Chi's Patti LaBelle was pretty good. I didn't love her look, but I feel like they were judging most of the challenge based on their performances.
You're right.
And I think Chi Chi's performance was
saved
better.
her. Yeah, because it was really good.
I can see Milk in the bottom.
Than Milk's
And
performance.
what's crazy is she just thought she did so well. I'm like, girl.
over.
That was the big drama. When
Yeah,
when
like-
she got called safe, she left the stage and had a big old attitude. What do you guys
Oh
think
my god,
of?
this is fucking ridiculous.
I should have
Like
been in the
them,
top
really?
2. Right.
Girl, I thought she was gonna charge up RuPaul, girl.
Well, I thought they heard her at first, and it was going to be one of those like
Michelle did. I think
switch them out. Like, well, you know, producers are going to tell them next week. They're going to be like, oh, so Milk had attitude last week.
Yeah.
Even if they didn't really hear it, they're
And
gonna.
then Mama Ruth's gonna say, the time has come.
Your expiration date is here, Milk. You're getting poured down the drain. So it ended up being bottom 2 overall, Kennedy and Thorgy.
Kennedy and Thorgy.
And so they met with the winning girls. You know, they all discussed who's gonna stay, who's gonna go. What do you guys think of a little behind the scenes?
I was a little thrown off by Miss Shangela at first when she first had her conversation with Thorgy.
Me too.
But I have to say, I would be that bitch the minute I sit down with somebody that I'm super close with and that I know. Like, bitch, I could not send you home if we were on
That's what I'm
this.
saying.
I couldn't. There's no way.
Well, I don't know. Well, okay,
It's like I'll send all
all right.
you bitches
Well, you just said that now, but we were mad at Alaska for not sending home
Exactly, I
Roxy.
was just about to say.
True, but I also felt like with their method was also keeping Roxy around because she sucked.
Right. A good friend, I would want to keep you as long as possible, maybe one time, but if you literally were the bottom every single time, eventually it just got to the fact like the queens are telling you. So I understand, but there's no way.
I mean, even when Roxy was like, girl, I get it, send me home.
Yeah, I know, right?
that's
She
what I
even
was like,
said.
Still, I like how just Thorgy went in there, so what do I gotta do? Do I gotta beg? Like,
Right,
what is this? Like,
right.
I thought she was gonna put more of a fight up. Like I thought she was prepared to blow and complain, and it wasn't fair. Thorgy, I thought she was gonna go and do that when she was in the bottom, but
Jesus,
right.
gross.
You know she wanted to. She was biting her tongue a little bit, but you know she wanted to go off.
Her Shangela out. You know she did.
Yes, I mean, cause like I bet she felt a little security, cause she did tell Shangela like I would save you,
Right.
if it came down to that. But
I was
then you
worried.
see
I did not want
Shangela-
her to make an alliance with Thorgy.
Well, you
I was like,
see-
don't make an alliance.
No,
Don't
because
keep
then
her.
you see that it's conversation with Kennedy, and you just see that it's heart though.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Kennedy's like, you know,
They're both Texas
$100,000
girls.
It's not
Yep.
worth the friendship. But we'll see, Kennedy.
We'll see. I was gonna say week 2. You know, you like your friends a little more, but you make it to week
Fast
4 or 5.
forward.
Yeah.
Bye, Ham. See you later, sis.
Bye, bitch.
As if
Hey,
you
I'm
get
not getting beat
further.
by a buff queen, girl.
Oh. Well, what did you think of the lip sync for the legacy, Ben versus Shangela? What did you guys think?
Ben gave up.
Who do you think won?
I think Ben gave up.
You think so?
Yeah, that was a cop out. All that, you know.
Really?
I think they both did really good. I just think that it was more of a
Maybe because
Shangela
she doesn't
song.
want to send people home.
Yeah, because Ben is
But
Well.
this is $10,000.
I thought they both did really, really well. I thought they were pretty much neck and neck, but I almost would have given that one to Ben. I think partly because Bendela won the first. Well, duh. Partly because I think she won the first week, and it was so neck and neck that kind of shit. You know, not that Shangela was bad, but it was could have gone either way. If Ben wouldn't have won the first week, it might have gone more in her favor. But they both killed it. They both did fantastic. I love both the performances. Shangela won and had to send home a girl. Did she send home the right girl?
Between those two, yes.
Okay. Thorgy and Kennedy. She sent home the right one.
I'm gonna miss Thora G.
Are so fake. Are so fake. No, you say that about everyone.
I want everyone to stay.
Orgy girl, hey, you tried.
She tried. I do agree a little. She was kind of unfair for her because I do think the challenge was a little set up for certain people in certain ways, but it was the right decision overall.
But she might have a chance to come back.
I hope
Rue
not.
said, "Oh, Morgan comes back."
I would.
Morgan
Well,
comes back.
so far out of the two, would you rather Morgan or Thorgy?
Morgan.
Morgan. I think.
Morgan.
Bring
Same.
Morgan back.
Same.
Yeah.
Alright, y'all, thank y'all for watching us. We appreciate all the views, all the love, all the comments, all the feedback y'all give us. We just soak it all up. It gives us do my work week for sure.
For sure. We love talking to you guys, interacting back and forth. It really does make our day. So keep them coming. We love to hear what you guys think about the show too, because we like to have different opinions. So keep liking, keep commenting. If you haven't yet, you need to subscribe. And we will be back next week for an all-new review of RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys. We should have like just clips of every milk pun that you've made. So it's only been 2 episodes, and
It's a little skim.
Serving
Even as
tits.
a background
Is it-
dancer, she was killing it.
Who's that? Have you guys heard about the rumor about Dolly that she has like a tattoo sleeves all the way down? That's why she always wears sleeves.
no.
You've never seen her
I would
arms.
love that,
You've
though.
never seen her arms.
I can't imagine her doing
Conspiracy theory, just throw it in there, y'all.
Ooh, now I'm gonna hunt for like pictures of her
Yeah,
arms.
no.
It's gonna be like a thing.
You know, y'all do it too.
I just felt like Kennedy didn't give it her best shot.
Oh.
What are we?
Oh, Chad, that's a horrible joke. That is a horrible joke.
I get it.
Oh, that is so horrible, and I love it.
Ain't she from Dallas? Oh,
Chad, the government will come get us. Stop.
girl.
Oh my God.
The government did it.
Oh, okay. Stop it.
Who do you? Sorry, go.
Julio. Alright, y'all. So, Julio.
No, girl, the only thing I regret is giving 5 years of my life to having chola eyebrows, girl.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull up a picture.
I'm
We'll get a
gonna say,
picture
oh
somewhere,
my
and I'll get a
God.
picture, guys. And also wearing the wrong color of makeup. Don't start laughing back there.
Oh my-
Look at she's back there laughing.
Tomorrow's a new day.
You can go darker. Don't ever go lighter.
Yes,
Don't
I-
ever. And you know what, Origins? It's all your fault, bitch.
They gave you the wrong.
They did. Somebody said that I look, when we did drag, that I look like a cross between Roxy Andrews and Tammy Brown.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
They did, you guys.
You're not.
No, my forehead, bitch. It's definitely. I have a Tammy Brown.
Maybe
forehead.
when you used to have those old eyebrows. Let's put a
Wait till
picture.
our producer stops wheezing. You just hear.
Cackling off screen. Last week we forgot Morgan, and I feel bad about it.
Stop it.
Don't forget, like Jasmine Masters. Remember, she was wearing one of her best looks when she got sent home.
Well,
the best look?
hey, even Jasmine Masters' best looks are not exactly.
I knew this shade was gonna.
Come on, come on. Please,
Let up the cup of Jasmine. All right.
I want a baby.
That's not my shit.
I love Jasmine. Hi, Jasmine, for watching.
When Chi Chi DeVayne was like, "I love you" in Eraser of all time, Vanessa Williams.
Oh,
yes.
That was so cute.
That was cute. That was adorable. Also, what movie is that?
Oh my gosh, you people. Do you know?
I actually don't know this one.
Yeah.
Me neither.
With Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's not like it was a great movie, but it was like, she's never
I
really been in a
Love You
ton of
in
great
Eraser.
movies. She's not like a great movie.
I love her in
actress.
Ugly Betty.
I love Vanessa Williams, but
Ugly Betty was my favorite. I
Oh,
love
Ugly
her.
Betty, yeah.
Wilhelmina Slater.
She was on a show where it was like a talk show.
The daytime
The
divas
Divas.
that we related to somewhat.
Yes.
Well,
a lot.
Girl, they didn't get a second season.
So we don't want to relate to them.
So we don't
We
want
gotta
to be
say
don't want to be.